Oh shit. Here we go again.
Ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
What's good, y'all? I'm back with another video. This video came to mind because just scrolling through YouTube and everything, just looking at random videos. I've been meaning to make this video for a couple days. Maybe this video is maybe a couple years in the making, but I want to talk about, in my opinion, all my videos are opinion based. They're not fact. I'm not the law or nothing like that. The two most irritating players in this league, and that is Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Now, these are probably the most how can I explain it? Entitled, I guess I'll say. You know, because a lot of people say, you don't know what you would do if you was in that situation. If you know who you are as a person, I think you can claim to what you would do in these certain situations. I would not go to the front office. In Kyrie Irving's case, I would not go to the front office and say, you know, I want to resign. I want a contract that says I don't have to play all games. Kyrie Irving has basically missed the past 2 years, you know, basically. But for a guy who hasn't really suited up and played for your franchise, he wants this and this and this and this and this. He wants certain things in his contract. These two guys, man, in my opinion, they're from this point on, they're kind of like cancers to a team. Because if you really look at it, without Kyrie and Kevin Durant, and when they had James Harden for about 10 games before he went to Philadelphia, I don't know if y'all remember, but that Brooklyn Nets team that was led by D'Angelo Russell and Karis LeVert and Jared Allen and everything like that, that was a fun team. That was a fun team. Maybe not championship-wise, but that was a fun team to watch for me. I've always been a Bulls fan. I always will be. But sometimes, like, you look at another team, you're like, oh, they're pretty fun to watch. You know what I'm saying? And they basically blew all that up to get, you know, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving and then James Harden and everything like that. And then Kevin Durant, man, God, dog. Like, he was one of those guys that, even being a Bulls fan, not a fan of whatever team he was on, I was like, I wouldn't mind seeing Kevin Durant win a championship. But I honestly wanted to see him win one in Oklahoma City. When he went to Golden State, I was like, whatever. Or, like, you know, I know he's going to win it now because he's on a damn super team. But, man, it's like, he went to go play with Golden State because he didn't want to play with the ball dominance of Russell Westbrook, and he felt like he wouldn't win a championship that way. Okay, fine, whatever. Then you go play with Steph Curry and them, and after 2 championships back to back, you say that in the playoffs, Steve Kerr's way of coaching would only be good for so long. You'd have to switch it up. Then they just won a championship without you. And then, you know, he's been playing in Brooklyn and, you know, in the midst of Kyrie Irving not wanting to get the vaccine, James Harden being injured and everything like that. Once again, I'm not going to say Kyrie Irving is on the level of a ball hog that, you know, people say Russell Westbrook is, but Kyrie Irving is a ball dominant guard as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this dude, he can't decide on what he wants to do. He don't know what he wants. And then he signs a what 4 or 5 year contract with the Brooklyn Nets, and then plays 1 year on that contract, and says, "Well, I don't really like the way the team is going. I don't believe in the team. Oh, and also, if you want to keep me, you got to decide in between uh, 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 who he say the general manager and Steve Nash, the head coach, or him. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you request a trade, but you also you want to be traded somewhere else. You want to be traded to the number one seeds in each conference the past couple years, and you also want to play with that team's superstars. Like if you went to Miami Heat, he wants to play with Jimmy Butler. He has to play with Bam Adebayo. Dude, to get you, you're fucking Kevin Durant. To get you, they have to trade away at least one or both of them, plus draft picks and everything like that. All that bullshit that Brooklyn was asking for. Excuse me. So now, I guess he got tired and was like, "Oh, I'm Kevin Durant. Why ain't nobody traded for me yet? Because you asking for too much. Like, you're not going to be on a good team if everybody has to trade their best players to get you. You're not going to be on a good team. Sorry." Like, I was excited at first when the Bulls' name had popped into that hat of possibly getting Kevin Durant. But then I'm like, okay, shoot. To get him, we'd have to trade damn near the whole starting lineup to get Kevin Durant, plus draft picks and everything like that. I'm like, man, no, stay where you at. There was never a point in time in my life growing up where I was like, if the Bulls ever get Kevin Durant, I don't want him. I mean, right now, I don't want him. It's the same thing with certain other superstars in this league where I've heard they're engaged with the Bulls. Anthony Davis, a few years ago, I'm like, hell yeah, come on over here. From Chicago and everything like that, even though he a Green Bay Packers fan, which I'm still ain't cool with. But I'm like, yeah, Anthony Davis, come on over, man. But now I don't want him. I don't want him. I don't want him. But back to Kyrie and Kevin Durant. But so you ask for a trade, but you want to play with everybody's best players. So basically, Brooklyn is getting nothing but just draft picks. Brooklyn ain't going out like that, and he should already know that. A lot of these players in the league should already know that. Like they be demanding a trade. Like, bro, you're not really you ain't really demanding nothing. Like, okay, I'm gonna see if I can trade you, but if not, then that's it. So after months of just BS and everything like that, basically holding the Brooklyn Nets hostage, because remember, I believe Kyrie Irving re-signed. He said he's gonna play out the final year of his contract, and his what you call it, his player option or whatever. And you're like, all right, cool. But then soon after that, Kevin Durant has requested a trade. I'm like, God, dog, these two dudes, man, they are a mess. So months of BS, nobody's knocking down Brooklyn's door to get Kevin Durant and everything like that. He's like, oh, okay, I'll resign with you guys. I think he just signed a 2-year deal or something like that. But now you've created this awkward tension between the team, and the smart answer when talking to the media is going to be like, we're all professionals. We're going to keep pushing on, and we're glad to have Kevin in the team. But behind closed doors, it's going to be like, bro, especially between head coach and player and general manager and other players who might have been assets in the trade. It's gonna be an awkward encounter, because I'm like, bro, you basically just told the owner it's between you and me. You know what I'm saying? So now, okay, you already, when Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant first got there, they were saying we don't really need a head coach when Steve Nash was the coach. Like, bro, what are y'all talking about? You're a basketball player, you're gonna have a coach. Oh my goodness. So not too much to say about Kyrie Irving except for, Like, bro, you barely even been playing. So what makes you think that you deserve to be what? You're still hanging on to that 2016 championship? That's why you think you got all that leverage? Like, come on, man. You ain't really done nothing since. So what makes you think that you could ask for all of this in a contract and you don't have to play? You don't, I don't want to take the vaccine, so I can only play road games and stuff like that. If I'm your teammate, I get irritated with that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the way of the NBA today. You sign a big max 5-year contract or whatever, and then you play 1 year and talk about, I changed my mind. Like, if it's like that, just sign a 1-year contract every year. If you're gonna take it that route, sign a 1-year contract every year. If you're gonna change your mind after 1 year. But that's gonna do it for me, y'all. I just had to get that off my mind. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I love y'all to death. I'll see y'all in the next video.
I have spoken!
Enough from the clown!
Give me what I want! Give me what I want! You know what I want! You just don't want to give it to me! Give it to me! Give me what I want!
We're gonna give you what you want.
That's not what I want!
The devil is a motherfucking liar. So you know I ain't worried. Biatch.